and welcome to your next 5 tips. My name is Valentina. My business is Balance Begins With Me. The first thing we're going to talk about is negative ions in your environment. And yes, it's very simple, plants. So I'm just here to remind you, if you don't already have indoor plants, get some. Or if you live in a leafy area, open your windows as often as possible. You also get negative ions from water. So shower, you're feeling dusty, you know that dusty feeling? Hop in the shower. Open the windows when it's raining. So many negative ions coming into the house, it's fantastic. So as you can see beside me here, this is a mother-in-law's tongue. I have an aloe plant on the other side. I'm not sure if you can see that one. But both of these plants are wonderful. The 3 recommended plants for the people who have researched this sort of stuff, which includes NASA, of course they're in closed spaces. They need to optimize the environment of tiny and closed spaces as much as possible. So generally what people recommend is the 3 top plants. Why do we want negative ions in the environment? Because the negative ions attach to particles that we don't really want in the air, like dust and allergens, mold spores, things like that, and they drop to the ground with the negative ions. So then you can just, if you vacuum your house regularly, that's an awesome way of keeping your house allergen and dust free, is just by having plants in every room. Another reason it's good to have plants is that in the process of transpiration they emit vapour, so they help to humidify your room, which is really important for people who have bronchial problems and asthma. In wintertime, with indoor heating, houses and offices can get very dry, which is not good for your chest health at all. So plants help to make the atmosphere a little bit more humid, which is more ideal. To get yourself some smoky quartz. This is rather a large piece because, you know, this is my industry, this is my job. I need powerful tools. So this is my smoky quartz, and they can come in this sort of colour, a light grey. They can come in a smoky browny grey colour, and they can come in a much darker colour as well, almost getting towards black. So what you do is you put this in a room and you leave it there. It does the work for you. It's just another one of those fabulous tricks. Smoky quartz is able to gather up huge amounts of negative energy and transmute them out to the universe. It also likes to turn them back down to the earth to be absorbed into the earth. So if you are personally feeling like you've got a lot of negative stuff you need out of you, you can just, you know, hold your smoky quartz, and when you're finished, just turn the points down to the earth and put out the intention that any negativity that was within you is now earthed. So it goes down there and gets spread out and transmuted and transformed into other energy that can be of use. But even if you don't do that, if you just put it in a room, the smoky quartz will transmute an enormous amount of energy for you anyway. And they can be bought quite cheaply. They're available in the United States, in Africa, in Australia, in South Africa, Madagascar. I'm sure you'd find them wherever you are. They would be in the crystal store near you. Spraying either lavender or lemon water into the room. So you just get a spray bottle. I've got one here. Doesn't need to be anything fancy. Fill it with water and then put 10 to 20 drops of essential oil in. Shake it up really, really well. You can even put a little bit of witch hazel in, teaspoon of witch hazel, which is just a toner, a cheap toner from the chemist, face toner, and that will help the lavender or the lemon oil mix into the water properly. And then you spray it into a room, or you spray it in front of you if you feel you need uplifting and you walk into it. That's a little bit better than spraying it on you. And be careful with furniture because you don't want to get water drops on nice furniture. So just be general and be careful of not directing the spray at anything that you don't want to get damaged. So the advantage of both of these essential oils and water is that they uplift the energy of the room. They're a mental uplifter. They calm emotions and they even out any hyper emotional activity that's going on. And they also help people to relax and let go. And they also make people feel, both of these essential oils make people feel like they're more in tune with their inner self and with their spirituality. So people tend to be calmer because they feel they're connected. They have a sense of connection to their own well-being and spiritual wellness. The reason I mention both, you can use either or put them together if you want. A lot of people don't actually like lavender. And lemon, it seems to be inoffensive to nearly everyone that I have come across. So it's up to you. Lemon, by the way, is not good if you get it on your skin and you're going out in the sun. It'll really irritate your skin. So just be careful with that as well. The next healer's tip is to play Om music. That's right, Om. I'm sure most of you have heard of that chant. It is the primordial sound of the universe in Vedic traditions, in ancient Indian spiritual traditions. Om is the sound that existed before anything else, and the universe was created from that sound. A lot of healers believe that it is actually the sound of the universe breathing, the galaxies breathing in our current time. You put the Om music on in between clients if you're an entrepreneur and you have clients to clear the office or the space that you're working in. You put it on before you start a workshop to clear and raise the vibration. You can just put it in a room in your house and go out, and you'll come home and it will feel beautiful. You'll just be breathtaking. Oh, wow, it feels so nice in here. So the Om will do the clearing for you and raise the vibration to a beautiful, high spiritual feeling, and will raise the vibration beautifully for you. So when we talk about raising vibration, we mean joy, raising the feeling in a room to joy and peace and love. Traditionally, lower vibrations are things like anger and arguments and hate and greed and jealousy. The final tip for clearing spaces is the white tornado visualization. This one is an oldie but a goodie. Healers have been using this one for years. So I'm going to go through it with you. Focus on your heart chakra, which is in the middle of your chest. So focus on that area. Breathe into there. Take a few breaths in. You can close your eyes if you like. And then imagine in your heart chakra a small white tornado twirling round. Just allow it to be there. And then when you're ready, visualize that white tornado coming out of your heart chakra and going into the room that you're in. So now the white tornado is in the room and it's twirling around, gathering up any negative energy as it goes, gathering up any stale old energy. Things aren't always negative, they're just stale sometimes. Gathering up any emotional discord. And then you can take it round in your imagination to other rooms in your house, or perhaps you might do this for your place at work, for your workspace. You might start in your office and then visualize it around all the different places, and then you go around your whole house, make it bigger, or around your whole workspace. So I think you get the idea. The tornado is picking up all the negative and stale energy, picking it all up, swirling it round, gathering it all up, and then finally it just whoosh, off it goes, up into the cosmos, way out to the far reaches of the universe, and explodes and is transformed and used as energy in a different form. Because most energy can be utilized, it just needs to be released from some of its current forms, that's all. So that's the white light tornado meditation, and I really suggest you get used to doing this. It's quite simple once you get the hang of it. It's extremely effective. Personally, I love it because I want my healing space to be perfectly clean and clear for every single client. That's part of my commitment to them. And B, some of my clients are going through some very traumatic stuff. So that energy needs to be cleared away completely before the next person comes, both out of the room and out of me as well, so that then it's not affecting the next person's session, because, well, that wouldn't be fair, would it? And another reason I like doing it is because I run a home-based business. So at the end of every working day, I do a tornado because I want my home to be fresh and pristine and clear and clean, and any energy that is here to revolve around my family and what we're going through. There's no point in adding on other people's stuff to our thing. So if you happen to be in a job that involves drama and crisis, or dealing with people that are going through intense things in their life, I highly recommend you get used to doing this. And even if you're not in that sort of industry, it's a really great skill. All of these tips will change your life for the better.